Bluetooth. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hey Daphne, welcome. Hello there, Jiddu. Thank you for coming. And whoever else is here. River, all right. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Interesting, you went online. It looked like exactly as soon as I was online, I saw your thing go up. Synchronicity. Nityananda, Amy, all right. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 What time is it over there in Belgium and England? Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 9 and 10, 8:30. Okay, not too bad. See, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Gaurachandra, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is Playa del Carmen, and I'm just outside. I'm on the balcony. It's a window there for the balcony. And what's behind me are buildings. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda Gaura Chandra, Nityananda Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda Gaura Chandra, Nityananda Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, Nityananda Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ask Amy there, Tarun. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Okay, I'll read a little bit. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Let's see here. So, the horoscope. Is it horoscope? No, it's the Brahman feeds Nimai. Here's a nice pastime. The Brahman feeds Nimai. This is Adi Kanda, chapter 5. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Vishwambar. Lord Caitanya. He is the Supreme Lord of all lords, and his feet are decorated by the marks of the flag, lightning, and elephant goad. The Supreme Lord performed various transcendental pastimes while residing in the house of Jagannath Mishra. One day, Sri Jagannath Mishra called for his dear son, Vishwambara, and told him, "Bring my book." Nimai hastened to the house where he heard his father's call, and as he moved, his feet jingled loudly with the sound of ankle bells. Sri Jagannath Mishra inquired, "Where is the tinkling of ankle bells coming from?" Both he and his wife, Srimati Sachi Devi, searched all around. "My son does not wear ankle bells on his feet, so from where does this sweet sound of ankle bells come from? How extraordinary this is." The father and mother considered the incident, but remained speechless with surprise. After bringing the book, the Lord ran off to play. The parents saw another wonder when they entered their house. All over the house they saw wonderful footprints with different symbols, such as the flag, lightning bolt, goad, and festoons. Both were thrilled with delight, and with their eyes brimmed with tears as they examined the footprints. They offered obeisances to the lotus footprints and said, "We shall surely be liberated. No more births." Hey, Lalita. Uh, what time is it over there in Turkey? Uh, all over the house, Sri Jagannath Mishra requested his wife, "Please listen, O mother of Vishwarup. Cook a nice sweet rice prasadam with ghee. In the morning I shall bathe our house deity, Sri Damodar Shalagram Shila, with panchakamva, the five substances from the cow, milk, yogurt, ghee, cow urine, and cow dung." I believe that sound of ankle bells actually came from the feet of our Shalagram Shila. As he secretly moved around the house, Jagannath Mishra and Sachi felt great happiness as they worshipped Shalagram Shila, and Lord Caitanya smiled within. Now please hear another wonderful pastime of Lord Caitanya, the son of Jagannath Mishra. A very pious Brahmin was once visiting different places of pilgrimage to satisfy the Supreme Lord Krishna. He worshipped Lord Krishna by chanting the Gopal mantra, consisting of 6 syllables, and he would not eat anything other than the remnants of food he offered to Gopal. After many pilgrimage sites, the fortunate Brahmana eventually came to the house of Sri Caitanya. As a person of incomparable purity, he was enveloped in the great spiritual effulgence. He carried a deity of Balagopal and a Shalagram Shila around his neck as his most wonderful possessions. With half-closed eyes, the Brahmin would constantly chant the name of Krishna, and deep in his heart, he tasted the nectar of love of Govinda, With half-closed eyes, the Brahmin would constantly chant the name of Krishna, and deep within his heart, he tasted the nectar of love of Govinda. You should be in bed there. Probably can't sleep for some reason. Seeing this radiant personality, Jagannath Mishra stood up out of respect and then offered his obeisances. The most respectable Jagannath Mishra did everything to properly look after his esteemed guest. He personally washed his guest's feet and offered him a fine elevated seat. Once the Brahmin was seated comfortably, Sri Jagannath Mishra inquired, Where is your place of residence? The Brahmin replied, I am disinterested in worldly affairs, so I travel throughout the different lands, and I roam because of my restless mind. Sri Jagannath Mishra said, respectfully, it is the good fortune of the world that you travel everywhere. I especially feel most fortunate today, so please permit me to prepare for your cooking. The Brahmin replied, Dear Mishra, do as you please. Happily, Sri Mishra made extraordinary and wonderful arrangements. Sri Mishra had the kitchen thoroughly cleansed and arranged for all the cooking ingredients to be brought. The Brahmin cooked to his full satisfaction and sat down to offer all the preparations to Krishna. Satchidananda Caitanya. Satchidananda Caitanya. Satchidananda Caitanya. Satchidananda Caitanya. Satchidananda Caitanya is the super soul within everyone's heart. Is the super soul within everyone's heart. He had decided to show himself to the Brahmin. So the Brahmin had just begun his meditation when the Supreme Lord, Sri Gaurasundar, appeared in his presence, and he stood there naked, his entire form covered with dust. He was the color of the sun, with beautiful hands and feet. Smiling, he took a handful of food from the Brahmin's offering, and he ate it while the Brahmin looked on. Although favored by good fortune, the Brahmin called out, Alas, alas! This restless boy has stolen the food meant for the offering. When Sri Jagannath Mishra came, he saw that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Gaurasundar, was happily smiling and eating the rice offering. Intending to beat the Lord, an angry Mishra chased after him, but the Brahmin stood up fearfully and caught hold of Mishra's hand. Page 49, Adi 5. The Brahmin said, My dear Mishra, you are a respectable and knowledgeable person. But what knowledge does this little boy have? What will beating him accomplish? It is one thing to beat a person who can reason right from wrong, but I forbid you to beat this boy. Feeling miserable, Sri Mishra sat down holding his head. He did not speak a word, nor did he lift his head. Do not feel sad, dear Mirsha, said the Brahmin. The Supreme Lord certainly knows everything that happens at all times. Please bring whatever fruits or vegetables you have in the house. I shall simply eat that today. Sri Mishra said, if you kindly consider me your servant, then let me arrange for you to cook again. I shall only be satisfied when you cook once again. I have all the necessary ingredients for cooking in the house. Our other friends and relatives in the house also implored the Brahmin to cook again. Since you all desire it, agreed the Brahmin, I shall cook every preparation again. Everyone was satisfied that he had agreed, and they again cleansed the cooking place for him. However, some people warned the Brahmin that the restless child might spoil the offering again. Take the child to another house and keep him there until the Brahmin has completed his cooking and eating, they told Sachimata. Therefore Sachimata carried her child to a neighbor's house. The young ladies all teased, Hey Nimai, is this the way you should act, stealing the Brahmin's food? With a smile on his exquisite moon-like face, Lord Caitanya replied, What is my fault? The Brahmin called for me. Then they objected, O Nimai, will you do more mischief now that you have lost your caste? Who knows this Brahmin? From where does he come from? And who are his family? How can you maintain your caste after having eaten food cooked by him? Smiling, Lord Caitanya replied, I belong to the cow tender's caste. I accept food prepared by Brahmins all the time. How does a cow tender lose his caste by eating a Brahmin's food? Saying this, the Lord looked at everyone with a smile. The Supreme Lord Sri Caitanya used this trick to explain to them the truth about himself, but his illusory potency is so perfect that no one could understand him. As they carried him about, the various residents of the neighboring houses enjoyed the child's arguments. The Lord went joyfully from arm to arm. Whoever held him, floated in an ocean of bliss. In the meantime, the Brahmin cooked once again and sat down to make an offering to Lord Balagopal. While offering, the Brahmin thought of Balagopal, but Lord Gaurachandra, the Supersoul, knew everything. Lord Caitanya charmed everyone and then left their presence completely unnoticed. Smiling all the while, he went to the spot where the Brahmin was offering food. Stealthily, Lord Caitanya put a handful of rice into his mouth and left. The Brahmin, caught by surprise, looked on in disbelief. The Brahmin raised a loud alarm. Alas, alas! The child ate his rice and sprinted off. Sri Mishra angrily grabbed a stick and chased after the young Nimai. Lord Nimai fled in dread and hid himself in a room. But Sri Mishra came after him, roaring in fury. Sri Mishra said, You shall see today. Act in this mischievous manner, will you? Although I am a cultured and knowledgeable, you think I am a great fool. Sri Mishra continued, In whose house can you find as big a thief as this? Yeah. See, basically, there's different ways to look at this, this pastime. Yeah, he says to Nimai, Oh, you think I'm a big fool. here. I mean, he's a cult. He's what has this? How do we put it? Although I am, he says, although I am cultured and knowledgeable, you think I am a great fool. Okay? So the Lord is, see, the Lord sees like that. I mean, basically, if you look at this in the world, uh, what's relevant in the world is people. Uh, People think they're knowledgeable and cultured. See, like Jagannath Mishra. See, in a sense, it doesn't apply to this pastime because these are all loving exchanges and on the level of devotion and prema. So whatever happens, in these pastimes, it's all beautiful, wonderful, ecstatic. But it also teaches people that are cultured and knowledgeable in the Vedas. They think they're very smart. They think they're smarter than real devotees. See, with devotion, so Lord represents the Shuddha Bhakti potency, Satchidananda. See, and so Brahmins generally, until they're purified, think they're cultured and knowledgeable. And look at the real devotees, and they can't recognize them. So that's not real knowledge. See, that's not real culture of real knowledge. Culture of real knowledge is the way people do it here. They come in disciplic line and they hear from a devotee and get purified. See? So how do you know you're not purified? By hearing from a devotee. Well, I hear this sometimes, and this is good to know, even though some people may not like it. But if you don't like the classes, if you don't like to hear these truths like Guru Tattva, Maya Tattva, Krishna Tattva, it's because of you're not purified enough. That's why if you like the chanting, great, because it'll get you there to be able to appreciate the tattvas, so you can understand the kingdom of God and what it is. Otherwise, you're culturing your knowledge in the world. Could be knowledge in the New Age, knowledge of the Vedas. See, that's not really enduring knowledge. It's part of the material manifestation. So you need to chant and in association of devotees and come to the point of hearing and getting purified by also hearing the philosophy. Otherwise, how can you know what you are? How can you know? You need to be purified to know your actual position. Because if you think your position is spiritual and it's not, see, that's a bewilderment. That's a problem. And that's basically the issue for the Vaishnavas to advance to the next position. They think that the little fools, the little children who get the mercy of Lord Caitanya, which is this ecstatic devotion, are fools or are not intelligent, and that they are more intelligent. Okay? It's not the way that it works. Yeah, different angles. Yeah, it's not possible in the Vaidhi level because um, you can't analyze these subtle truths properly. It takes some purification. So that's why a lot of Vaidhis they're not pleased by hearing these talks. They may think it's repetitive. Even people here, they may come on a more Vaidhi mentality, and you know. So anyway, it doesn't matter. The main thing is to continue staying in association of devotees, and gradually Krishna will show you from within also. It just takes time. You know, how many times I read this pastime? It's never boring. It would be only boring unless if I could not taste these mellows, then it would be repetitive. It'd be a repetition. That's how you know somebody's not tasting the mellows, not deeply, because the ecstasy, they're not given the enough of the ecstasy to be able to taste these pastimes. Contemplating chanting, yes. Find the right association so that the Lord can purify us. He finds more room inside the hearts. Yeah. Yeah, if you actually have the ecstatic potency, you will like to hear repetitive statements in the repetitive, repeating the same philosophy, the same concept again and again and again when it comes up spontaneously. Uh, I mean, if you say, "Well, that I said that again," well, what are you doing chanting? You're chanting the name, repetitive, same name. Why do you keep chanting if it's just a repetition? Go and you want to do something else or hear something else. See, so it's a purification thing. Uh, yeah, yeah. This is pretty interesting. This whole thing, but I'm getting a little bit tired now, and I think it's getting late for you guys too. So we'll stop here and we'll continue later. There's a lot to discuss and to relish here in this book. So thank you very much for coming, everybody, and hasta la vista, baby Krishna. May you grow up in everybody, especially me. Okay, see you later. Hare Krishna.